Yes. You're muted again. Am I on? Can people hear me? Zero audio. Muted. Muted again. Muted again. Hmm. They can hear me. Can they? Butchered intro? Yes. Welcome to another episode of HitPoint, where we are all suited up today for the special occasion of going over the what how I would describe as an onslaught of trailers and game shows and showcases, and everybody's just like, you know what, this week is it. This week is the week where we'll ruin Baku's life. The entire industry. I'm convinced that the entire industry is out to get me.
I believe it. I think everybody should be able to hear me now as well. Yeah, there's better. Okay, cool. So yeah, everybody, I would like to think in preparation for today's episode. This is a special episode, a very special episode. You could tell that you can tell it's a special episode because of the way that we butchered the intro. That's the kind of special episode. Things are a little bit janked today because we're doing something a little bit special. You can see this.
Special.
There have been no end to the number of showcases and special events and trailers and stuff going on throughout the entire week. So Baku has sacrificed his own sanity for ours. Thank you for your service, Mr. Baku.
You're very welcome.
You have put together for us a curated list of 57 titles that has accumulated 57 that looks like they're going to be really awesome, and I am so incredibly excited. So today's going to be very trailer heavy. It's not even, in my opinion, going to be what we would call like a canon episode of HitPoint. This is a gaiden, all right? This isn't even going onto Spreaker or anything like, or Spotify, any of the podcasting platforms, because it's just not going to be an audio only friendly podcast.
Yes.
So yeah, this is just us hanging out, watching trailers, getting excited, and Baku getting deja vu. Okay.
I've watched some of these trailers maybe 3 or 4 times because they repeat some of the showcases. But I wouldn't know that unless I watched the showcase, so I had to do it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. A lot of repeats there, but they're good, so I don't mind it. But we'll go through it again, but this time with all of you and not just by myself in my basement. So I'm ready for this.
This is so excited. All right, do you want to kick us off with the first bit of like preemptive little bit of catch up?
Wow, imagine not starting with a trailer immediately. Actually, there's some news update to past releases, and this pertains to Octopath Traveler 2. So they just like silent dropped this like extra mode on Octopath Traveler 2. And what that's going to allow you to do is be able to fight 3 optional battles, which is very exciting for those who are really looking for those like, extra boss challenge. You're going to be able to fight against like the previous protagonists. So the first set of battle is going to take you against Albrecht, Tressa, Ophelia, and Alvin. And then you'll fight the other 4 characters, Therion, Primrose, Hennet, and Cyrus, which is actually pretty cool. And then on the third battle, you get to fight the final boss again, except even stronger than what they had put out there. So apparently, the folks over at Octopath Travelers, they're just like, you know what? The first game was pretty tough. Maybe the second game wasn't tough enough. Let's make it tougher.
Oh, man.
Optional bosses there. So yeah, that's drop. You can actually do the extra mode now. You've completed the game. You need to exit out to the main menu. And you'll find something called the extra mode, and you'll be able to fight those extra battles. So yes, that's the update to past releases, and now we've got some upcoming releases that we should talk about, and this pertains to an expansion to also a game that has already been released, and that is Persona 3 Reload. As you guys may already have heard, they have included The Answer as a DLC. The Answer, which is like an epilogue, uh, what is it, like a
Oh,
post-epilogue episode,
so
should I say? Like a bonus? What do you want to call it?
I, hell, I hope that they fixed.
Hell.
I really hope that they fixed it. So the
Yeah.
answer was, in my opinion,
Hmm.
kind of a botched kind of
Expansion.
expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's an expansion of the
Hmm.
original game. It's about 30 hours in duration, at least from
30
my
hours?
yeah,
Oh my god.
at least
Wow.
from my gameplay way back in the day. It was not cheap. Or not cheap. It was not
Wow.
is not like a, cheap from a time perspective.
Mhm. Oh, okay. It's not thin. It's padded with content, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it is it is a lot more of the same, but I
Mhm.
felt like at the time it did a disservice to the character development
Mhm.
of all of the characters of Persona 3.
Mhm.
Some people disagree with me on that, and I'm fine with that, but at
Mhm.
the time, after having just spent 90 hours playing through Persona 3, going through and then like everybody just I don't want to spoil anything, but it
Yeah,
just felt
yeah,
like
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
just. But the thing is, it doesn't tie into your data from the original run of Persona 3. So
Hmm.
it's like it can't really assume that you maxed out anybody's social link, and like you you can't rely on it having known like that it did that character development arc, So
Mhm.
it's like it's just kind of people are just like kind of back to however they were at the start of Persona 1 or Persona 3 is what it felt like to me. But
Mhm.
I wonder if they fixed that. I hope that they did. Um, but yeah, as far as it's kind of an epilogue, I guess,
Mhm.
of sorts. But I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's canon or not.
Well, that's gonna be our first trailer, so we should take a watch of that.
All right, all right.
Unless you want to go into the next bits first and then start watching trailers.
Yeah, let's start with the next bits first, and before we start watching trailers.
All right. All right. So yeah, so again, we're going to be watching about like 57 trailers today,
But
57 games that we have gone through,
who's
and
counting?
yeah, but who's counting? Yeah, we've really taken our time and curated this list. We think you guys are going to be very interested in the games that we're showing. Uh, as you all know, so there are 13, and I counted showcases that
There
I've
were
watched.
13
There were
showcases.
13. There were 13. Yeah, I thought there were seven. I was wrong because more came out today. So as I was writing this stuff, I was watching new ones. So it started with the best indie games summer showcase, which is I would like to think of it as like a smaller showcase. Doesn't have all these like celebrities and on-screen people.
Hmm.
But I've gotten so many games out of that one showcase that I felt like it was more informative in a way, even
Oh,
though it's like lower budget compared to, say, I don't know, the Summer Game Fest. But we'll get there. Yeah.
oh,
So the best indie games summer showcase, which by the way, any of the showcase that I've talked about, I mean, if you got time later, go back and watch it yourself. Like there are more games in all these showcases that I can count. Okay, like there's got to be, if I'm not counting the repeats, there's got to be at least like 200 plus, maybe 300 games that were like talked about. The PC
wow.
Game Show had 70 games
Holy cow.
by itself.
Oh, man.
So, you know,
Ah,
yeah. So I was watching all these trailers and I'm like, I skipped some. Like some were obvious. Like I see a first person shooter. I'm like, yeah, okay, skipped. So I won't lie, some of them I've skipped, but other ones I'm like, do we want to talk about this? Is this good enough? Like, I don't want to say they're bad, but it's just like we have limited amount of time. So it's like, does it make the cut, So
Yeah.
it's an editorial decision. If there are games that you see that we talk about today, and you're like, hey, wait a second, we saw that game from the show and you didn't talk about it. You must have missed it. It was not missed. We just don't have time to talk about it. But if there are games that you are excited about through these 13 different showcases that I will list out, that you felt like, hey, that was actually pretty good, and you want to talk about it, add it in the comment section. Okay, we'll come back. We'll take a look. So best indie game summer showcase, Summer Game Fest, which according to a lot of people was kind of a flop. I would like to agree because I feel like all the other shows were actually a little better.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Future Game Show, Future of Play, Wholesome Games Direct, Guerrilla Collective, Women Led Games Showcase, Let
Jeez.
America Games Showcase, Xbox Showcase, the PC Game Show, and IGN Live. 3 days
Wow.
worth of IGN Live. 3 days, including today. So,
How did you manage this? How did you?
2x speed, lots of skipping, educated guesses, and yeah.
Wow, dude. Seriously, thank you for saving us all of that. Would you say that the best indie games summer showcase was in fact the best indie games summer showcase?
I think so. It was not a lot of fluff. It was just like trailer after trailer after trailer, and a lot of them were really good games. And you don't see anything big budget, but like I actually didn't care about most of the games that were. I mean, there are going to be a couple of games you'll see in here that are larger budget games that that looked pretty good, but for the most part, I want to say 90% of the games, maybe more than 90% of the games, were just all indies.
Wow.
We'll talk more about that later as we go through.
right.
Just how much the scene has sort of shifted. But let's get on with some of these trailers, man.
All right. Yeah, let's
get
go
the
ahead
show
and
going.
get this thing going. All right. It is now trailer time. And welcome to the theater, everybody.
The theater. Derek
I
built this scene just for today.
I love the theater.
The theater.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this ready here. And
Oh, the drop screen. Wow, that's high tech.
oh my goodness, look at this.
The
All right.
screen dropped. Look at you.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. So again, we're starting with Persona 3's expansion, and then we're going to go into the actual showcases. So let's go ahead and see if we can tell it to. Here, can you press the play button?
Psyche!
I got it.
That's why I would do anything to protect you.
Yep,
good,
there's
sister.
Metis.
My wish will become my strength.
I do like Metis as a character. I will say that.
You always seem to remind me of the things that are most
You think they
important.
fixed it?
Oh man, it's really, really hard to say based off of
September
this.
10th.
I hope so, though. I really do.
Yes. All right, the first game is called Castaway. We're starting the first game. This is kind of like a Zelda-esque kind of game, like Zelda-inspired. I
Yeah.
almost want to say.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, you've caught my attention.
Okay. This is it's following the a character named Martin,
Martin.
whose spaceship crash landed in an uncharted island,
Okay.
and his doggo was taken away. So now he has to go and save his doggo.
Oh, I would absolutely kill everything to save my doggo. So that's
I would murder everyone.
right. I know.
I would John Wick this island.
Oh yeah. 100%.
All right, and then now we got a game called 13Z. Z standing for Zodiac. You know, when I first saw the logo, because 13 looked like stylized like a bee, I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
the game is bees. I was like, bees? That's a band.
I
but
like
no,
the
it's
look of this.
13Z.
This looks pretty Zelda-y too. Like,
Yeah? Oh,
But
the
just-
more modern one?
yeah, more modern Zelda-y. I mean, it's hard to say. Oh, the mid-air dash though, that's a little different.
It's a hack and slash roguelite with plans to be able to play online co-op against like special bosses, yada yada. There's also a one player. Oh, not also. I think like it's mainly a one player experience, but you can play with friends too.
I like the fact that it's mainly a one-player experience.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be kind of like what is that game?
Oh, I
What is
can
that
see that
game
being
was-
BZ.
What is that game? Yeah, right. It looks like BZ, right? What is
Yeah,
that
it really
game
does.
that recently came out that was based on like a mobile game? Crap, I can't remember.
Oh, I am not sure.
It'll come to me, or chat would tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, next one here is called SoulQuest.
SoulQuest.
Yeah, the demo is available. By the way, for all the games, guys, like through this entire showcase, if you see anything at all that you feel like, wow, that's pretty cool, consider going to the Steam page and wishlist them. Like,
Yes.
I've talked to a lot of indie developers. Like, what really helps them in their metrics is the wish list.
Oh, yeah.
Just like wish list the game if it looks like something you'll be interested in.
You
Plus,
may as well just open up another tab and for
Start
Steam, like a
wishlisting?
second window, and just start wishlisting stuff. Because, you know, if only to keep track of these games. Because
Dude,
this
how
is
do you
cool.
how do you like the pixel art for this game?
This is gorgeous.
I know. I saw this. I'm like, wow, the motion and like, it is incredible. And this is from Soul Blade Studio. Again, the demo is available now, and you can actually play it. You can give it a shot.
Jeez,
No.
it's crazy the amount of like high quality games, like especially pixel art,
Yeah.
that are being made these days. So this one's called Infinity Knights. Cross? X
It's
Cross?
I think.
Okay,
I
Cross.
think it's just cross. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cross spelled with an X instead of a C. It's you'll see it later. It's weird. But this,
Yeah.
I love the quality of the sprites, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of how zoomed out it is.
Well, it's because this is a 3-player couch co-op
Oh,
action
yes.
adventure game. That's why it has to be zoomed out a little bit.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, the funny thing is this. I think this is really cool. This game is made by 3 brothers, Saxon, Michael, and Tyrone Goodrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it would be a 3-player co-op action game because there's 3 brothers making the game.
Oh man, I wonder how much of this is inspired by like Trials of Mana, Secret of Mana.
I wonder. You know what? Saxon, Michael, Tyrone. By the way, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. But if you ever get to watch this, let us
Oh,
know.
triple
Reach out
attack.
to us.
Triple Tech. Oh.
Let us know what are your inspirations for this game because it looks really cool.
I love it.
I'm all for like more couch like co-op games.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is Infinity Knights. Wait, no. This one's
Arcseed.
Arcseed.
Yes.
Last one was Infinity Knights.
Yes,
This is Arcseed.
Arcseed by Massive Galaxy Studios. They've stated that Evangelion is part of the inspiration. So
Ooh.
angels from outer space are attacking, and this is like a mecha, what is it called? Mecha tactical RPG.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to fight off
So it's
angels.
kind of
and-
Super Robot Wars-ish in that sense, in that
Yeah,
specific
kinda.
sense.
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, you see these angels that you have to fight.
Oh,
really cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
This next one, I just thought it looks really cool. I don't know what it is about this that made me want to add it in here. This is called Ruffy and the Riverside from Zocrate's Laboratories.
I dig the cutout. Like, what is this art style?
Don't know.
It's like Paper Mario, but like someone drew it and hand drew it all in. I kind
Right.
of love it.
Yeah, and so you get to like manipulate the 3D environment with these like sort of like magic.
Yeah.
And that's how you move about. It just looks really cool. Oh no.
Yeah. And it's got that like hip hop background. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Yes, Dark
Dark
Deity too.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Sword and X.
Yeah. I talked
Yo,
about this
they-
last time on HitPoint, or I'm sorry, JRPG Weekly Update.
Yeah.
A lot of people compared the gameplay of the last one to like Fire Emblem, but visually, like the character sprites remind me a bit more of like what's the Sega one? Shining Force.
I think this game is extremely promising for people who like tactical RPG.
Yeah.
The battle sequence looks super good.
Yeah.
The characters look good. Yeah, just everything about this game looks really good.
According to a
Um,
Reddit thread I was reading about this, where the developer posted there, they've been taking a lot of feedback that they received from the first Dark Deity title,
Mhm.
and have incorporated a ton of changes.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you played the first and are curious about what those changes are, go check out the JRPG subreddit.
Mhm.
Get some deets.
This is like a Octopath kind of situation where like the first game was pretty good, but people have got some like concerns, and then they're addressing it with the second game. And it looks like they're doing a pretty good job with that.
Man, I still need to play Octopath 2. I mean, I played the demo
Mhm.
and made a quick video about it, but I really want to go back in. It was so good.
I bought the limited edition just so it sits in the closet, and I hate myself for it.
This is one
This is
I've
a
been
Derek
excited.
game.
I've been excited
I
about
was
this one for a
right!
while.
I was right. I'm like, this is a Derek
Yeah,
game. When
yeah.
I saw this, I was like,
Kingdoms
this is a
of
Derek
the
game.
Dump. Oh, dude, this is looking good. I haven't
Yes.
seen a new trailer for this in like a year or more.
This is called Kingdoms of the Dump by Roach Games, where you join a trash can knight named Dustin Binsley as he fights through the kingdom. Five and a half kingdoms of the dump, specifically.
Okay. 5.5 kingdoms.
Five and a half.
Oh, look at that. Did you that almost like where it went north for a second and then like the whole map rotated?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
This game came out the left field for me. I was like, oh, I was not expecting to be this excited about a trash can.
I've definitely shown you this before once upon a time, but I think it's
Oh,
been
yeah?
a while. Uh-huh.
It's probably been a while.
It's probably been a while, but this has been on my watch
Kingdoms
list
of
for
the
a while. Yeah.
Next year.
So definitely wish list that, guys. Like I
10,000 needles. 10,000 noodles say this game is trash in a good way.
What is What is this?
Okay. This is Neko Odyssey by Fly High Works. It's supposed to come out this year. The demo is available. I want to add in a little bit of like palate cleanser games just so you guys can, relax
Cleanse your
a little
palate.
bit and just take in the cute. This is an adventure game where you have to run around and take pictures of cats. That's all
no,
you
that's
do
what I'm
is you
talking
go
about.
Through the town, and you just take pictures of cats.
Oh man.
So someone asked, like, how can we get, like, how do you get back into playing JRPGs? You play games like this in the middle.
Yeah.
You play a long JRPG. You play a Trails game, like 150 hours, and then you play something like this in the middle before you go on to the next one. Like, just let yourself get away from the crazy, like, world saving and just take some cat pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Just go chill somewhere,
100%. And this looks like just the kind of this also reminds me a little bit of Space for the Unbound. Just the outside.
Oh, there's a game coming up that's very similar to Space for the Unbound. We'll talk about it.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna. Of course, the cat is messing with the bowl. Stop it! Stop it!
Too real.
Oh, this one is really cool. I think you might like this one.
Magical Land on the Moon.
Yeah, so this one is called Cricket, Jay's really peculiar game from Studio Kumiho. It's coming out in August 15th, and the demo is available. It's a hand-drawn JRPG adventure. that joins Jay and his best friends, through these like trials, let's just say.
Okay.
It's got slight earthbound energy.
Well, I think a lot of that probably just stems from like the age groups of your protagonists.
And the sort of quirkiness they're in,
Yeah.
the kind of attacks that they have. I think this game
Cybermark.
is really well done. It looks extremely promising. It's got the little jokes in there. I like the characters. The battle system also looks really promising. It's just overall looks like a really good game.
It does look very cute.
Cricket. Jay's really peculiar game.
It seems a little peculiar,
on
but you
PlayStation.
know. All right.
Well, I've been watching this game for a while. This game is called Scarlet Record. And I've always been waiting for them for like a good trailer to talk about them. And I think they finally got one since like the indie update.
Yeah. This was tricky to actually get in our playlist. I actually had to rip it off of Twitter and then upload it to YouTube on a private account.
Oh, I thought we could watch Twitter video.
It wouldn't work. I don't know why. But this is great.
Yeah.
This looks nice. The scanline effects look really nicely done.
This game is by a Japanese indie developer actually. Like a doujin developer.
Yeah.
I think it might be like a one-person game actually.
Wow.
A one-person developer. It might be. I'll ask them later.
That's
I
cute.
friended them on Twitter.
I love
some
that.
time ago.
That's what I love about indies. Like you can actually talk to them and like
I know. Be like, hey, how are things going? I want to talk about your game today. Do you have any info for me? And they'll give it to you.
Good boy.
Oh yeah, sure. This is interesting. This is called
Catechesis.
I help
Catechesis.
others whenever I can.
Well,
It's
In the
a
hospital and keeping the elderly company.
demon possessed altar boy.
I'm
in this
always
horror
honest and never
RPG.
tell lies.
Dude, look at that art,
I
man.
hate
Look at that
any kind of
animation.
violence, and
Ooh.
I've never hurt anyone. I serve at church every day, helping during Mass and praying for those who are helpless.
So I think it's
Father, if you're hearing my
Catechesis.
words,
It's
I implore you to respond. If I'm a good boy,
CATECHESIS.
why is this happening to me?
Catechesis.
I'm all for horror RPGs. I like the idea of a horror RPG. So I'm like, okay. And the art looks really nice.
I do love that.
Let's just get Derek to play it. at
It
some
does seem a little dark, you know?
point. Yeah.
I kind of dig it though.
Yes. From Baroque Decay.
Yeah.
This next one is like a Paper Mario inspired. It's gotta be, right?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, it's got
This one's called Escape from Ever After by Sleepy Castle Studio.
That's a cute style for sure.
It's quote unquote a genre bending RPG based on inspired by classic Paper Mario games, which you can definitely see their inspiration on the sleeve.
Yeah.
But they don't just like copy the thing, like they actually do it really well.
Yeah, it's the style, but they're definitely not leaning too hard into like the paper side of things.
So the story goes like this. A greedy mega corporation from real world starts taking over fairy tales for their cheap labor. Newly hired storybook hero must climb the corporate ladder and rally together other disgruntled employees. I like this.
That's a game with stick it to demoniosis.
Yeah. Demo's coming soon.
Now this one caught my eye. I saw this on Reddit the other day. Cairn, Mathair's Curse.
Instant Derek game.
Yeah. So this is a Scottish RPG, an SRPG, if you will.
Wait, it's Scottish?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
It's a single developer? I think it's a single developer too.
I think it is. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
So
Wishlist it today.
yeah, now this next one, if you haven't wishlisted this next one already, guys, I don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah, Shrine's Legacy, man. Shrine's Legacy. I've actually sat down and I've talked to the 2 developers. They worked on this game since they were in high school.
Dude,
Like years. They worked on this thing for years and
I've
years
been following it
years.
for years. I've been following it since the first demo, and dude, they have done so much.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It looks like a completely different game now.
It looks really good. Well, I'm hoping to
Absolutely.
see them again in another what is it called? Another gaming
expo.
convention. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, a lot of this is obviously inspired by like the Quintet series. You know, like Soul Blazer, Terra Enigma, Illusion of Gaia, but they also have inspirations of like Secret of Mana. So it's 2-player co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
dude.
one person uses magic, one person uses like, physical attacks, and you can do like combination things. It's really cool. It's really fun.
It's so cool.
But if you place a single player, you can switch between. So like,
Yeah.
the AI would control one character and you can control the other character.
No, this next one is
Sacrifire.
It's not loading. I might need to refresh the page.
Oh, it's loading here.
Oh, weird. Yeah, mine's not playing. So let me try refreshing. Any minute now. It's just spinning. Come on, Sacrifier. I believe in you.
It's playing for me. That's
There.
why.
Now it's playing. Okay, we got it.
Okay, there we go.
Whew.
Sacrifier by Pixelated Milk.
Yes.
Delicious.
They recently released like a playtest demo where they're collecting feedback on this game. Go play it, provide some feedback, and help them make the best RPG it can be. But man,
I
this
like
looks-
that there's a little bit of Valkyrie profile kind of like staged, like running around platforming. I think it's pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this minor platforming within a dungeon.
Am I dreaming?
But it's definitely an RPG. Like,
Yeah. And it's also kind of like a little bit of bullet hell, I think, where you can like dodge certain enemy attacks and.
Damn it. Where did the thief go?
I really want to try this game. This is one of the games from the entire list that I actually really just want to try. Like, some of these games, I'm like, I don't really care to try it. I want to just play it when it's out, right? But
I
like this one, I
know.
want to try it. Like, I want to see how your battle
Definitely
system
do.
works.
Definitely do,
You
because
know.
it's not a standard turn-based battle system.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it looks super cool. I love the pixel arts, man.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
That's such a good trailer too. Now this next one also has me pretty excited to see in action.
This is a new trailer that they slapped together. Oh wait, did you send the screen away?
Oh, whoops. Hang on, maybe. Whoops. Hang
Why
on.
Why'd you just send a movie?
I tried to put the thing in full screen because it closed out of full screen for some reason. Here, let me just
I got it.
okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the most professional stream on all of
Mhm.
YouTube. Let me tell you guys.
This
Of
is
all-
from our friends, something classic game.
Out of all of the showcases that you've watched, how is ours ranking so far, Baku?
I mean, are we talking about like budget versus quality? Because I think pretty high up there.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, but seriously, this game, I played Shadows of Adam. It's the same developers, and there's something classic. It's so good. It's turn-based,
talked
wish
to
listed.
the
Yeah.
devs today. They want me to tell you guys that chapter 1 through 8 are fully done. They're working on chapter 9 of 11 chapters, and they're like 90% done with the
Wow.
game. Yeah, they're like at 90%. They're so close.
Man.
I love the world map.
I love it.
I know. Love the world map. The
It
game
is.
is really fun.
We are
Like-
we are eating good this in the coming years, guys. We have so
The
many
game is
good games.
Extremely fun. I can't stress how much I enjoyed it when I played it. We're seeing your browser is weird.
I know that is weird. Why is that?
So this next one is called My Familiar, also from Something Classic Games. I don't know you guys ever seen this trailer before, but
There
you go.
Fixed it.
the only
Yeah.
thing that gets me about this game, I've told the dev, I'm like the player characters on the left side versus the right side, and that drives me nuts. But once you play the game, you get used to it.
They should just make a setting. They should just make a setting that like flips it.
Just flip it. The game is actually quite tough. Like you really have to pay attention to the action cue, especially the bosses. Yeah. The game is actually quite tough, but fair. So don't think this is gonna be like a walk in the park.
It kind of gives me Ninja Turtle vibes a little bit, but like
that Saturday morning cartoon,
yeah,
90s, high
100%.
contrast colors.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just bright, vibrant, like oh. And the animations, like, look at the quality of these like character designs and like animations. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is so nicely done. Oh,
The not just the animation, the art, the dialogues, like everything about this game is telling y'all, man, this
Was
one
that a-
is one to watch.
was that a Wu-Tang symbol?
It might have been. It might have been.
I could dig it. Okay. God. Like I'm just so enraptured. I just want to watch it. It looks that entertaining. Okay.
Why does it keep popping out? Is
I
that
don't
normal?
know. But there, I got it though. We good?
All right. Moving on to Neva by Nomada Studio.
When is it coming out?
I have no idea.
Never. No, I don't
Not
know.
all of them have
Hopefully
dates.
I know. A lot of these don't, but
Unfortunately,
that's
yeah.
okay. Like, oh, that's cute. Oh,
I've like looked through all the trailers. I'm like, I'm gonna find the prettiest looking games, like aesthetically, and
Yes.
just like the ones that feels like I can feel that they put a lot of work into it, you know? And it's just like it's worth your time.
right?
And nowadays, that's how I feel about a lot of these games. It's like because there are just more of them.
I just want to see more artistic games like this.
Yeah.
This is great. Like, honestly, at this point, we can see the individual like freckles on somebody's eyelid with the fidelity of like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X or whatever. But like, I don't care about that level of fidelity. I want to see beautiful games, and this
How
is
many
cool.
hair follicles can you fit in a square inch of a screen?
Like, I don't-
that's how they're.
I don't know about you, man, but like, I don't need to see everybody's pores all the time.
Don't care. I'm with you. All right. Next up, we finally get a big company game. This is Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. This is from Capcom. They're actually fighting. Like, so we've seen this game before. We've talked about it before.
Yes,
But this
sounds
time there's
familiar.
actually like battle, like, you know.
Yes.
So
Okay, because
gameplay.
before I was thinking that it looked kind of like Onimusha, but this looks definitely different. This is in the underworld, right?
Yeah, I think this is like strategy, like real-time strategy game.
Really?
Real-time tactics, sorry. Like kind of game. Not like the chess kind of tactics, but like
Yeah.
more like what is that?
StarCraft.
No, not quite StarCraft. You don't build anything.
Okay.
What is that one game that came out from Square Enix with like a bunch of knights and Dialsfield? I
Dio
think it
Field
might be something
Chronicles?
more similar to that. Similar,
Maybe.
not quite the same, but similar.
Last Remnant.
Last Remnant. Yeah, this is actually coming on July 19th, so fairly soon. And pre-orders out.
So now we got Petal Runner
Petal Runner, yes.
from IM. Is this IM 8-bit?
I Made It Presents, so they are
Okay.
publishing, yes.
Okay, okay.
Nano Park Studios.
Hey, well that's pretty. Getting some Mega Man vibes, some I'm digging the 8-bit
You play
music.
as you play as delivery drivers. You make deliveries, meet new friends, play mini games. It was a nice slice of life story about
like
growing
it.
up and letting go.
I like this. And then you got a little Tamagotchi. That's
Yes.
neat. Well, I mean, Tamagotchi's probably
It's got a
trademark.
Game
but-
Boy kind of, Game Boy
100%.
Color era kind of aesthetic.
Yes.
A little bit of retro going on.
So cool.
There's a lot of Game Boy Color kind of like retro games coming out now, I realize.
You know, we grew up with a lot more people. I think grew up playing that era of RPGs because that was actually a little after Super Nintendo. That
Okay, this was the
era of
game that I
pixel
was
art.
talking to you about earlier.
Oh,
So this is also from Indonesia. This is actually from the creative Coffee Talk.
yeah.
And this is a slice of life adventure set in Jakarta, where you play as a young musician named Rama, who has to move on after the death of his girlfriend.
Don't rush yourself.
So
Oh,
little,
yeah.
little sad,
Take time. You got
but
this,
pretty good story. It looks like.
Yeah.
Also, the art's really nice.
Mm.
I really love playing games like these in between, especially in between stupid long sessions of JRPGs.
That sounds like it'd be way too sad for me.
It'd be too sad for you?
I think it'd be way too. Oh, I think I've heard of this one before.
Oh, I think I've heard of this one too before.
I don't know. Is this one also an indie?
Oh yeah, definitely. From this indie studio called Atlas.
Oh yeah, it's
They made the Persona series. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
no. But
Yeah.
this is that Italian game.
That
Re-
Italian game.
Yeah, Metaphor ReFantazio.
You gotta speak with your hand, otherwise you're not getting an accent right, you know? You must speak with your hands. Yeah, so this is from, obviously, the folks who make Persona. This game is coming out in October of this year, which is really soon.
Yeah, that's coming up quick.
Just in a couple of months.
It's gonna be tough to.
You must acquire more.
Okay, let's be honest. I'm probably not gonna.
Together.
I'm like, it's gonna be tough to catch up on all this. I'm never catching up. I'm never catching up.
I'm never catching up. Never. It's just no longer possible.
Now you've acquired a most
There are
interesting
more games
power.
coming out all the time than
Goes
I have
existence
time
was
to play them.
theoretical.
That's just a fact.
Wield
Wow.
power
And somebody mentioned that there's like a 30-minute gameplay demo that
There
they released
is,
of this.
which I didn't add in because
No,
you know,
'cause-
that would be excessive.
That'd be too many minutes for this show.
But I did see it, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go watch that later."
Oh man. So yeah, make sure you
Yes.
put that on your Steam wish list, fellas.
Yeah, the Atlas can definitely use your help there. This next one, also from I want to say a larger studio. They're not quite like huge. I think they're still indie. It's called S Game. This
Okay.
is what you know how I kept saying like there's all these like wuxia sort of like game. This is another one of
Oh.
those.
This looks sick.
Yeah, it's called Phantom Blade Zero, which we have seen before.
Yeah.
The Chinese studio, they're just pumping out with wuxia action games. I'm telling you.
It's pretty wild. Yes.
And I'm really losing track of all of them because I can't tell the difference between them just by looking at it. Like they need some differentiators, I feel like. like if you're the first Wisha game to come out, that's fine.
Mhm.
But then like 5, 6, 7, 8 more comes out is like, okay, I am starting to not see much of a difference. They all have similar dark aesthetics, similar playstyle.
Oh, this
you
guy's
know.
got the hat thing. That's
The hat
how you know it's different. The other guys don't have the. I don't know what that's
yeah,
called.
but what if the other one just has the character that has the hat? Then what do you do?
Sue.
Well, copyrighted.
In the end, there can be only one.
Yes, this
Which-
is the trademarks there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But this does look really good. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look as floaty and weird as what I've seen some others. This looks a bit more Soulsy, but maybe it's more Team
Friendly.
Ninja-y. I don't know.
0.
That looks
There you
cool,
go.
though. I do like that one a lot. In the future,
Another
I'll refer to
game-
this as the Uchiha one that has me excited. Oh, what is
Another
this?
one. Abyss 0. I don't know if the X is pronounced. Like, is that
Probably
same
not,
complaint
yeah.
that I have from Studio Pixelpunk? It's a
Dude.
3D Metroidvania.
I like.
So you get to take control between 2 different characters, codename A and codename Z.
Kind of has that early PlayStation 1 look.
Yes,
But, like,
that's
done
why I
better.
picked it. Even the art has that 90-ish, quality going.
Uh-huh.
Like the character design.
Totes. Everything has so much personality.
I mean, something that ultra realistic like models can't really do.
No.
Like you need them to be a little cartoony to have that like, to be able to do those expressions.
Man, that's so cool. Yeah, modern graphics are way overrated. I'm so glad that we're at a point where this sort of thing can be done by indie devs, though.
Mm-hmm.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if the X is pronounced, so I don't know, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
let me know. Is it Abyss X0 or Abyss 0?
No, it's
lean
Abyss
towards
G0
Abyss G0.
because the big old GameSpot logo. What is this?
All right, we got this one called Under the Island by Slime King Games. 90s fantasy world in this 2D action RPG.
Yeah, you got my attention. Looks Zelda meets Pokemon-ish already. Just initial gut reaction. Gotta save the thing from
You
sinking.
save the island from sinking.
Action RPG. Is that a hockey stick?
Don't
It looked like they were attacking it with a hockey stick.
either
That's
that or a golf club.
hearts. Okay, so it's a bit more Zelda-y, I'm guessing. Oh,
The art's also really nice, like the character art.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
yep, that's a hockey stick.
As a hockey stick.
Yep. Oh, that's neat.
Isn't that fun?
That looks so fun.
Do not underestimate indie devs, man. Do not underestimate indie devs.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Dude, I'm
looks
telling
so
you, like
fun.
I've sat through like shows to pick these things out, man. It's
That
just-
looks so fun.
it doesn't it? That's another Derek game, and yes, it is totally a hockey stick. It's in the logo.
Yeah.
It's a hockey stick.
Oh man, that's cool.
Okay, this next game is for Derek.
Ooh, this looks like it'd be up my alley.
Oh yeah, totally. I like you like horror games, so like,
PlayStation 1 style graphics, it looks like. Maybe PlayStation 2 Maybe PS2.
That's what got my attention. I was like, oh, this is like a PS1, like almost like a Tenchu kind of graphics horror game.
Yes.
It actually makes it look
Yo.
a little bit more unsettling because of how like you know,
Yeah, because it's low
pixelated.
res.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons that like watching horror on VHS is like coming back, because it's such kind of like a crap format. It makes everything just a little harder to make out and a lot scarier. So like some people just love horror on VHS, and yep, that's a little bit like disturbing.
This is called Labyrinth of the Demon King by J.R. Hudipo.
I don't know what I'm seeing there. Can we show that on stream?
Questionable.
Oh, it's a first person, like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard somebody like Oblivion. I don't know.
I'm intrigued. I need an adult.
This game is a little creepy, but you know, that's why I picked it for you.
I dig it though. Like I for real. Is this an RPG? Do we even know? Is it just kind of like a horror action?
It might be an adventure game.
Okay.
Like I don't think it's an RPG in the sense that like I don't think it is, but I can look into it. Yeah.
It'd be pretty sick if it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also from Top Hat. Wow.
Yeah.
Top Hat's
You know
coming.
what is an RPG? This next one, called Sonzai, which means existence in Japanese. Even though the title is in Japanese, it is actually made in India.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a hand-drawn action adventure with a paintbrush welding artist striving to escape from a colorful but decaying inner world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a side-scrolling action RPG.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
I just think it's cool that this is coming from India. Like, when was the last time we're like, oh yeah, we got this game that we're really excited about, and it's coming from an Indian studio. Like, but that's just the times, man. Like, the days
world is
of like
connecting. Yeah.
Yeah, the days of like North America or Europe and Japan just dominating the game scene it's going to come to an end in a decade or so. Like all these other countries are catching up and they're building. They're indies today. They are major companies in 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
It just takes one investment and it takes one breakout game and Microsoft not purchasing them. And and maybe some, you know, investor willing to invest into them, and boom, there you go. You have yourself like your own Capcom in like a different country. Those days are coming. Like times are changing.
Wow. Doesn't look like my kind of thing, but that is a beautiful presentation. I can say that.
It is a beautiful game.
I'm not really into
Top Hat.
side-scrolling action RPGs. More Top Hat. Wow.
More Top Hat. All right. Next up, we've got a game called Constance by BTF. Demo is available for this game. It's a 2D, again, hand-drawn action adventure.
Okay. This looks kind of Celeste-y, kind of Super Meat Boy-ish. This is gonna
actually misread, so I apologize. Sonzai is it's a social link based RPG. This is the one about the paintbrush welding artist. I misread.
Okay,
I
there
read
you go.
the line after. So
that's all right.
My apologies to Sonzai.
There's
But
57.
Yeah, but Sonzai is by an Indian studio. That much is still correct. So
this looks really cool. I like the art style. I don't think I'll play it because this looks like instantly frustrating.
It's one of those games where you have to keep going through the same stage over and over and over again. It's like a Celeste game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Celeste game, but it just looks so good.
Definitely beautiful, for sure.
All right, this next up is an RPG. You might be interested in this one.
Is an upcoming retro-inspired JRPG with many modern conveniences and contemporary themes. Our public demo
I
gives
think
players
I might have
access
even
to
played
the
a demo of
prologue
this a
and
long
chapter
time
1,
ago.
establishing our main character, the setting, and larger storylines.
I think
Today,
I remember
we instead
this.
wanted to show something deeper in beloved Rapture's narrative. Midway
Multiple
through the game,
storylines.
the world opens up significantly, allowing free access to multiple cities, missions, and towns. This evolving rhythm of exploration allows for a deeper immersion into the world and greater autonomy over the story's progression.
It looks
One
like
of
a
the major cities
FF7
you'll
kind of
visit is
era
that of Alexandria,
Super Nintendo
a vast
RPGs.
setting
Oh, you mean
teeming with
6?
NPCs to chat
Oh,
with
6, sorry,
and
not 7,
secrets
6.
to explore.
Yeah.
Check the
Yeah,
job
like
board
late
for
Super
optional
Nintendo
side
era
quests,
kinda game.
participate in various
Mhm.
mini-games,
So I'm super happy
gamble
about
away
because
your
that's like
wealth,
my
or
little
take
golden
part in the
era of
grandeur
RPGs.
the
Yep, it's the
Coliseum.
era that
Wherever
just
you
makes me
are,
happy.
keep an eye out
I
for
Plus the
know.
widescreen.
paths, movable
I know.
obstacles,
Oh,
and
on-screen
puzzles
enemies,
that
that's
may
nice.
yield great treasure to aid in your hero's growth. Swim through
Sokoban
rivers,
puzzles.
climb
Minor- yeah,
cliff
minor
sides, and open
puzzles.
up shortcuts for smoother
Mini
backtracking.
chess.
Use
Mm.
all forms of
chess.
traversal to roam freely. There
Scripted
are no
combat
random
encounters.
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
be sure to size up your opponents and engage in battle at your own peril. Turn orders are determined by speed, so you must be mindful of sequencing in combat. Use magic spells
Speed-based
and special items
turn.
to disrupt the
Speed.
flow in
Kind of
your
like Chrono
field.
Trigger.
Charge up your relica meter and unleash extra powerful limit break attacks.
Limit
Upon
breaks, huh?
claiming
They called it
victory,
limit
earn
break!
Loot and powerful gear to modify your stats. These weapons can then be further upgraded, while also unlocking special abilities or earning runes to enhance your arsenal of magic
Jeez.
spells.
This is-
With enough experience,
progressed
your
quite a bit
party
since
will
I
level
last
up,
tried
Oh,
it
this
out.
is
allowing you to
definitely
assign
like a
bonus points
love
to
letter to
further
like
customize your
JRPGs
heroes.
like
The
of that
world is
era.
sprinkled with mini
A lot of
bosses,
these mechanics are
cutscenes,
coming
special
back, and they were
character
great mechanics too.
interactions,
The art looks
optional dungeons,
fantastic.
and much more to
Really
keep the
does.
experience
Yeah.
fresh and memorable. We hope you are as excited as we
So
are for the
I'm
release
just
of
hoping that
Beloved
like the
Rapture
story
coming
will
later
check
this year.
in
Thank
and
you all
the
for
battle
watching,
is
and
fun.
thank you to the
Then
Mix
if
and
that's the
Guerrilla
case, this is
Collective
another
team for providing
this is
us
another
this
home run, man.
opportunity
I'm
to
waiting
share
for
what
it.
we are working on.
This is
Yeah.
by Rapturous Studio.
Following the defeat, Yamato Empire
Rapturous. Rapturous Studio.
Rapturous?
Rapturous.
leaving behind a chaotic vacuum
Okay,
of
this
power.
next one here is called Kriegsfront Tactics.
Kriegsfront, I think.
Kriegsfront, yes. From Toge Productions. The demo is available for this game, which if I look at it, if I have to say anything, it's definitely like a front mission kind of game.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking the same actually.
Yeah. There are multiple health bars on Mecha on a tactical grid.
Okay, for like different like body pieces, I guess.
Yeah, different body pieces. Art looks really cool. It's got that like political, like, you know, I don't know how to put it, like
Political intrigue and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah.
all that stuff.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of standard. Like it feels like tactics RPGs are always more like, you know, all about that political story. But I
Yeah.
guess that's because it's always about war.
It's a scale, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really good. Like, so if you like Front Mission, this is one to watch. And if Front Mission didn't deliver it for you, maybe consider this one.
Yeah,
Oh, it
Kriegsfront
looks
Tactics
good.
Prologue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so demo is available. The prologue's coming out in July, I think.
Okay.
But the full game is not coming out yet.
All right.
Like this next one here is another fun 3D kind of platformer game that kind of takes you back to the bygone days. It's called Double Shake.
Oh.
Demo is also available.
Kind of reminds me of like Klonoa right off the bat. The
Right?
like PlayStation 1 kind of on rails platformer.
Yes. I love the music too.
It does sound so fun.
These are the kind of aesthetics that I really like. Like just fun, vibrant, great art, lots of personality.
Man, I miss games like this that just like feel bright and fun and vibrant.
Yes. It's just fun. May not be everybody's cup of tea, but man, you can't argue that this is a pretty looking game with like lots of you know, like, and that's the thing. Like, you don't even need all that crazy graphics for personality. Personality maybe counts for a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Flavor is free. It's all a matter of style.
All right, this next game is it's a me game. It's definitely not a Derek game. This game is called Urban Myth, Dissolution Center by Hagaba Bunko and Shueisha Games.
Seems kind
It's
of
a horror
like
game.
gives me like what's it called, Snatcher kind of a vibe right now. Oh, okay, but it's more than that, I guess. There's some like side scrolling.
So yeah, so you have to solve a variety of cases involving cursed relics, rental properties with shady histories, and dimensional anomalies.
That looks cool.
Super cool, right? Yeah, I'm playing this one. This is a me game.
It's definitely not a me game, but that
Yeah.
that do be looking like a Baku.
How about
game.
this next one? This is from a famous manga, actually, called Ninja Slayer by Skeleton Crew Studio and Kadokawa Games. So based in a fictional story, a fictional cyberpunk city called Neo-Saitama. You control the main character, the Ninja Slayer, battle against evil ninjas to avenge his wife and kid.
Oh. Okay. Is this like
Got a little bit of a...
Is this a beat 'em up?
I think so, yes.
I love it. I miss beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups were one of my favorite genres back in the day. Then they disappeared. I mean,
What, the arcade disappeared.
yeah.
So beat 'em up disappeared.
But like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Ninja Turtles, the new one, that
they have
was
a more
so
they have
good.
a Power Ranger one. That's
That was
coming
so
out.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the trailer. My friend couldn't wait to show me that. But
In Freeride, you'll adventure to the spirit world, where your conscious and unconscious choices will affect the lives of the friends you'll meet. Like us all, they're far from perfect, but helping them and learning about them will reveal pieces of your
This is like a
personality.
choice-based kind of like
open enough to
RPG. I mean,
see
it's
both
called it
sides
an
of a broken
RPG
relationship?
like everywhere,
Are
but I
you
haven't
assertive
seen any
enough to
like
stand up to a bully?
RPG
And are you
elements
kind enough
yet
to
Yeah.
from the trailers.
it
Because
I'll
may
take their
the
words
game
for
can be
it,
solved
though.
multiple ways. You
Sure.
never see it all
I mean,
in
I
one
don't think
breath,
they made a mistake. They've
because
called it
in life,
RPG like
the first
everywhere.
time
I
you meet a
love.
bully or have someone leave you, it's devastating. But life is long, and next time you'll be wiser and you'll have new friends. And suddenly, it's not as scary. Because Freeride is a game about you and becoming the person you want to be. So wishlist us on Steam for our full release early next year. And
Neat.
oh, thanks for reminding me, Richard. The demo is surprise releasing on Nintendo Switch right now.
Ooh,
Right now.
that's neat.
Now. Okay, here's another like in between games where you can just kind of play and just chillax. This game is called Lost and Found Co. by BitEgg Inc. Demo is available. The whole point is just to find hidden objects and just kind of watch the world like happen.
Okay, so kind of like a Where's Waldo, but like still occurring.
Interactive a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
You click on things, things happen. It's cute. Like if you just have like a couple minutes between like work and like you just want to like chill to something, like this is one of those like really good picks, I think, that like won't take up a whole lot of your time and you can put away like any second.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I highly
That's super
recommend people
fun.
having games like these in their lives to like break things up and to just kind of squeeze a little playtime in between. Oh, this one is fun. This one is called Nights in Tight Spaces, and demo is also available. This is by Ground Shatter.
Medieval action. I saw something. I saw some cards at the bottom of the page earlier.
I
This
like
is-
this because like I like how the two like I like how the like characters interact with like the other characters, like the enemy characters.
Yeah, like you can do combo abilities, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's like it's not just like hitting them and then just doing the damage. Like you grab them and like you do things to them. I think
Yeah.
it's really cool.
You set up traps and push people into them, I guess, maybe, or this is interesting.
More like I feel like more tactical RPG needs to do stuff like this.
Yeah,
Like
I'm feeling
on the map, like action against another character.
this reminds me of like D&D encounters.
Oh, yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, I love this.
And that's why I had to show it off. I'm like, man, this is the kind of thing I would love to see in more tactical RPGs.
Nights and tight
this game is
spaces, because it's
Yep.
like all in a smaller room that you're doing.
Yes.
this. And that's what makes it cool. Like you're in a small room doing it in a counter. Oh, it's cool.
And
Tomba.
this is Tomba. The special edition.
That does look awesome. That looks like Tomba.
Yeah, it looks like
It,
Tomba. All
it
right.
almost looks like a PlayStation 1 game, you know?
It takes you back. Takes you back. Simpler time.
Seriously though, is this a remake of like, or a port of the existing Tomba, or is this like something else?
This is I don't know, but this is supposed to be like a 2.5D potentially remake. I don't know.
Okay, I think it is because it's Tomba Special Edition from Limited Run
Yeah.
Games. So interesting.
August 1st.
I never played the original Tomba, so I'm not sure, but it looks neat.
August 1st.
You know, not that long ago.
So we're starting to enter a bunch of games that are made by like Latin American studios,
Then,
Yeah.
and it's like you wouldn't even know if I didn't say anything.
corporate tool
and
wanted
I think that's
all
the point.
self-expression prohibited.
Yeah.
Erased. Gone. The graffiti
This
is
game is
just
called
graffiti.
Dakugaki. It's extremely stylish platformer.
My crew and I are taking the system down.
It's got a little bit of what is it
Oh,
called?
Jet
What is
Set
that?
Radio-ish.
Thank you. It's got
Yeah.
a little bit of Jet Set Radio vibe.
Masterpiece.
Oh, that looks cool. It's like Jet Set Radio, but like somehow more cyberpunky.
You do have to spray graffiti everywhere.
Oh
So
yeah,
there's
Jet Set
that.
Radio for sure.
And they are 3D graffitis.
I
Yeah.
think we outdid ourselves.
I dig it.
I just know Buck is
Oh,
sweating
but there's
bullets
like a
right
bit
now.
more of I see platforming to this.
Mhm. Very stylish action.
That looks so cool. And was that like
Bullet
a?
hell there?
I was gonna say. Definitely some bullet hell going on here.
Yeah.
Damn it. Zakugaki.
That looks cool. I love it.
Latin America, man.
Dude, I
They're
wanna-
coming at us.
I wouldn't probably be
some
able to play that very
amazing
well,
games.
but I would totally watch that. I would watch somebody play that. What is that?
This next game is called Heaven Crawler by Carbon Machina, and Critical Slash demo is available for this game. This is a physics-based roguelike hack and slash dungeon crawler. A mouthful, but it will make sense when you see it.
Oh.
It's got a
Kind of looks like it might have twin stick shooter aesthetics. Maybe mechanics, but like
dang,
the
what is that game called? Something Colossus.
Shadow of Colossus. I was thinking
got-
Ico. Or-
Yeah, that sort of vibe.
Yeah, but like, you know,
Different
way
gameplay
less.
for sure, but that sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Definitely was getting that
this
too.
next one I'm extremely excited about. It's one of the big ones that I'm really excited about. It's called Among the Stars and Split Studio. Take a look. This is a 2D. Oh well, you don't like side-scrolling, but it's a 2D side-scrolling party-based
Sure.
RPG.
I love the animation.
The animation is phenomenal. This is from Brazil.
So it's
There
a
you go.
BRPG.
It's you know
Oh
what's
wow.
that, what's that game called? The shoot, I'm just like brain dead. But look at how gorgeous this game is. I can't get over it. This game looks so freaking good. I am just this needs to come out soon.
I know. I'm digging it. Among
Yeah, this
the
has got that
Stars.
Child of Light. Thank you. Child of Light was the thing that I was thinking about. It's got the Child of Light kind of like battle. So it's turn-based. It's got side scrolling kind of like elements to like traversal and stuff. But man, that game is indies. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
We looked at this before. It's called Key Locker. They have a
Yeah.
new demo. Yeah.
Yeah, we highlighted this during our was it 2-3 episodes ago?
It's a rhythm JRPG. Not fun.
I think that there's a couple of them this time around,
Yeah.
and I'm happy about that because I do like music.
Where
and-
music
and
is
rhythm.
illegal in their world. You play as a songwriter musician, so you're an outlaw. How
Oh, man.
dare you write music?
Oh, very Outrun aesthetics, a little bit of that cyberpunky.
Oh,
Ooh.
I would like to watch you play this, actually.
Now these are the same folks I think who made Virgo Versus, the
Yes.
other indie RPG that
Yes, I think so.
yeah. This
Virgo
does look
versus
really
Zodiac?
cool. Yeah.
I think so. Man, it looks freaking amazing.
Dude, it's gonna be so hard to remember all of these. I should have a Steam wish list open in another window.
That's why we have that master list, man.
That's true. I'll check it out later. Oh my
I need
gosh.
to add a bunch of things to the master list. We have,
Yeah.
we have a master list that we keep for the show, just so that I'm aware of like if we talked about a game, when did we talk about a game? And yeah, I have to do a lot of updates today.
Wow.
A lot of updates. All right, summer this year.
Man. And I love the art and the looks, the whole feel is so cool.
Product not yet rated.
This next one is of course based on, well, not based on, it's inspired by
by-
Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah.
It's called Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire.
Yeah. We've been following this one for a while, I think.
My name is Glenn. Glenn Windwalker. I'm your captain.
I'm glad to see some gameplay updates. Cause like we've known about
Ship is nothing without a loyal crew, and I'm searching for the best.
When you don't see gameplay update, you're like, are you gonna get dropped? Are you not
I
working
know.
on it? Like, I'm a
Okay,
little
team,
concerned.
Let's focus.
But they're far along enough now that I'm just like, oh, this looks so cool. Aerial battles, aerial turn-based battle.
The Alliance isn't letting up. We need to get stronger.
I don't know if you actually fight in person. You always fight in
It's
ships.
going to be tough, but
that's neat though.
I can't do it without.
No,
you.
it is super cool.
Wings for hire.
Wings for hire. Yep, I'm excited for this one. I am definitely excited for this one. So Demon School is from Necrosoft and is coming out on September 13th of this year. It is a tactics RPG that has some inspiration by Persona, the older Persona.
Yeah, I can see
Persona
that.
1 and 2.
Dude, if they stick to like Persona 2 style, I loved it so much. I would. Ooh, I don't know. It's a little creepy for me, but I might be into it. We'll see.
September 13th, man. It's only a couple months.
Oh man,
Do you have time?
we are so hosed. Oh, there's fishing. Hell yeah.
That's how you know it's an RPG.
Yep, it's a JRPG. Confirmed.
It's a JRPG.
Okay, so this. Oh,
This one is called Motor Slice by Regular Studio. It's gonna come out sometime in 2025.
gives me Prince of Persia vibes already.
Oh yeah.
Like PS2 Prince of Persia meets a girl with a chainsaw killing machines. I love it.
Yes.
You love to see it.
I mean, she's there just to kill all the machines. Maybe
Just
a little just a little near Automata, like like world kind of like post-apocalyptic man against machine
Yeah.
kind of deal, but definitely Prince of Persia kind of gameplay. I'm like definitely simplifying a lot of things. Like it is its own game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I say anything is so I have something to say at all.
Oh no, I think this is just for the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we say this all the time, but like we don't think like, oh, this is a Prince of Persia knockoff or something. It's just so we can have some kind of like reference in our mind.
Connecting the dots between experiences.
Yeah.
This does look really cool.
Motor slice, where you slice
motors. I see.
Yeah. Up.
That looks cool.
We're like past halfway. Did you know that?
Are we?
No, I think so.
Well, that's good because it's already an hour and 15 minutes in.
Bittersweet Birthday, World Eater Games. This is coming out Q2 2025. The demo is available. It is probably another horror-esque RPG. Oh, sorry, action game.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some bullet hell built in there.
Yes.
And
So I've been told that there are RPG elements in this action game, though. So it might be an action RPG?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Health bars. Could be a little... Uh-oh.
I feel like this is going to be like an East kind of game. Like, you do have to learn your enemy. You have to learn the enemy's patterns and stuff. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be an East kind of game, like the early East, not the modern East, but like maybe like East, like 3, East Origin, like kind of game. A little top down. But you have to dodge around. You have to learn their patterns. Bittersweet Birthday.
Kind of neat.
Yes. And then we've got another one that is going to be a Souls-like game called Witch of Oblivion by Casto Elva.
I did see this earlier.
You did see this, didn't you?
Uh-huh. I talked about it during JRPG Weekly Update. It's a sorceress Souls-like, it says, according to the developer.
I want to see more actual gameplay, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. I think it's a little too early, but we're still very early on this development, but, you know, I would really like to see more actual gameplay.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to have a pretty good in-depth... Oh, here's some gameplay. Crafting system built in.
Oh, sure, the forest just bursts into flame.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, it's just...
Where the heck is Smokey Bear when you need one?
Only you can prevent forest fires. And then she falls asleep. She's like, yeah, I'm good.
She's like, this is boring.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like I'm gonna die anyway, it's fine.
But for real. That's neat.
Witch of Oblivion. Wishlist now! Right now!
Do it.
Do it.
That's Bisky.
That is a biscuit. This Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. It is their upcoming fighting game, and they're showing off the new character, Biscuit, which is 7th character. And Biscuit is just beating the crap out of him.
Uh-oh. Soka.
Is it like a 3-on-3 kind of battle? Like you can
maybe it's a tag.
Characters? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Miss Biscuit to you.
You gotta love Bisky. Oh man. I wish this
Those
was
are
an
the other-
RPG though. I
Those
want to
are the
play.
other characters.
I want to support Hunter x Hunter games, but I'm
Hunter
not
Hunter
into.
RPG one day.
Yes, I hope. Following
Okay,
Great Island of
this
Arc.
is another cool one. Dreams Uncorporated is from the maker of Chris Tales. It is going to be a turn-based RPG.
Okay.
I would love to see Hunter Hunter RPG
I know,
One
dude.
day.
It would be so great.
one day.
So this one is called Prisma.
Prisma,
that-
yes. This is the game. This is the game where you have to, well, grab your camera and make some new friends.
Kind of looks very
The
neat.
Kickstarter is coming soon.
I would like to see more gameplay though, just to
Yeah, I think it's
get a vibe.
extremely early. That's just like the reveal trailer,
Yeah,
like teaser.
a game by Mogu.
Oh, this one. I think you might find this one interesting.
I've already found it interesting. What is this?
It's a quirky adventure for 4 unique main characters as they seek the truth, battle gods and colossal corporations, of course.
As one does.
Gods and corporations. Unravel the mystery of the eternal eclipse
Dude,
and uncover the ancient secrets of the world.
I like the pixel art
Yeah?
and
It's
and
battle.
the overall art. I think that's neat.
This is definitely a turn-based RPG.
Yeah. I like it.
There you go. It's called Codex Eternal Eclipse. There are 4 distinct chapters.
Man, this is gonna
According
be
to them.
hard. It's gonna be life.
Oh, yeah,
life
it's
is tough
more
when
games.
we don't have not enough time to play all the games.
This next one, we're moving back to like maybe like slightly higher budget production. Another kind of like wuxia kind of game. This one is called Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. And this is based on the Ming Dynasty of ancient China.
Based on a true story.
Based on a true story. These demons totally exist. I know, because I was there.
Gross. Which one were you?
The one who just got sliced. That was my
Oh.
last life, yeah. I vividly remember this battle scene, yeah.
Okay.
So, I was like, this is like China's answer to Nier Automata. Jokingly. Because like, didn't we have this other game? What was that other game called that people were so up in arms about, like censorship and yada yada?
Oh,
something.
Chad's got your back. I'm sure.
Brain farting.
I know. It sucks being old.
I'm just gonna wait for chat to tell me, because chat will always tell me what game I'm thinking about without me actually giving enough hints. It's from Korea, Stellar Blaze.
Yep,
See, there
that's
you
the
go.
one.
There you go. I called it. I'm like, chat would tell me. So yeah, so Stellar Blaze kind of like Korea's answer to Nier Automata, and now I'm like, yeah, this is China's answer to Nier Automata.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's coming out in 2025. So
but what is
it'll get a minute.
Japan's what's Japan's response to Nier Automata?
Nier Automata?
Oh,
More Nier Automata.
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick look at Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. They finally have a fuller trailer that we can take a look at. I am very interested to see what Konami will do without Kojima on Metal Gear. This could be really good or just absolutely abysmal. I
mean,
don't know what to expect.
This is a remake of Snake Eater, though, right?
Right.
So it's still gonna have Kojima's fingerprints on it.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Like they can. There are so many ways to mess up, you know?
Like, I don't have an Xbox, but I do have a PC, which means I have access to everything that's on Xbox.
It's that quirkiness that I don't know if they can build in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In like 5 hours of movies.
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Ooh, is that David Hayter?
Could be.
It could be.
Look at that CQC. Beautiful. Oh, that is that a Rambo reference there?
Could be. You never know. I mean, this series is nothing but a series of movie references. Really,
That
like
makes sense.
like Snake is a reference to Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. You know, and in Metal Gear Solid 2, he calls himself Pliskin, which is, you know,
Commencing virtuous mission now.
and the first cover of Metal Gear on like the NES was like just a straight rip of Kyle Reese's pose from Terminator. So it's like, yeah.
All right. This next coming game is the game that I was probably the most excited for, which came out the
Product
left
not yet
field for
rated.
me. And it's called I think Clear Obscure Expedition 33, which when I first saw this, I thought it was gonna be some kind of like, I don't know, like maybe some kind of Assassin's Creed kind of game, like third person, you know, Western developer action something or another kind of game, and I was like about to skip through it. But the art was so nice that I ended up just like watching the entire thing anyways, and I was glad I did, because that is definitely not what I thought it was going to be. Have you seen this trailer yet?
No.
So there is a
I
there
heard
is
okay.
a paintress who keeps changing the numbers on that like thing, and whatever number she paints, people who are of that age just vanishes. So she's just killing people by like numbers.
Yeah.
And there are these expeditions that they send out to try to like, you know, take her down, so to speak. And this is Expedition 33. And it turned out that it is a turn-based. Not only is it turn-based
Look at that.
RPG, it's a freaking gorgeous turn-based RPG. I was like, oh
What the-
no.
Dude.
Incredible looking.
What?
Oh my god. So
Oh my
it's doing it for me. Like the art is great.
Yeah.
The aesthetics is amazing. It's turn-based. It looks freaking awesome. The story is intriguing. It's like it's got the hallmark of like a great RPG in the making. And I'm like, okay, you've got my attention. I need more of this. Yeah, I know. Ooh, I was not, and this came from the Xbox showcase, which I had not expect to see.
I mean, hey, anything that was at the Xbox showcase is coming to PC, so it saves you the.
Well, I was expecting to see a game like this on the State of Play, you know? Oh,
woo!
This next one. We
Wonder
talked about this
Stars.
one. Wonder Stars, yes. The demo is available, guys, from Paper Castle Games.
Yeah. Play an anime. Create your special moves by just naming them and doing the attack.
You just have to combine the words. Like this.
I love it. I like the idea of coming up with new attacks by just like mixing and matching names.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful with the face.
I love the Dragon Ball reference.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiration. It's not even, they're not even hiding it, and it's freaking great.
I mean, why would you? Yeah. You know, this is great.
I've never seen
Oh, it
this
looks
house like
fantastic.
this before.
Finally, a full trailer, though.
Make
You
sure
know,
you blow your seatbelts.
so we've been
They
waiting.
got that like
We've
90s.
We've seen teasers for a while,
Mhm.
and, like short little snippets. I dig the music too.
This is definitely a fuller trailer that looks freaking great.
Yeah.
Okay. We only got 2 more trailers left.
Oh man,
Only 2 more.
that's so many though. Whoa.
This is called Last Moon by Skull Studio. Demo is available. This is an RPG that embraces the vibes of classic titles in the 90s.
All right.
The moon is falling. Will you bring harmony back to the world?
Ooh, Super Nintendo era style action RPG.
Yes.
Oh, little reference to
Yes.
Trials of Mana there at the end.
Yes.
That makes me happy. You know,
This last one, I need to see more of it, but it is a rhythm adventure game by D-Cell Games called Unbeatable. Well, the main character's name is Beat.
yeah. I think I did watch part of this trailer.
Yeah, music is also illegal here, and you are doing crime by playing music. Got taste.
I dig it though. That's was that train dual rail grinding?
Possibly.
I love it. Oh yeah, and looks like that person was like grinding on a rail too. So it's
Yes.
I wonder if there is much of that to this game. I wonder.
I need to see more gameplay. I'm so intrigued by this.
Same.
Unbeatable. Game where music is illegal and you do crimes.
And you do crimes.
2025, man. 2025. We got
I
some
cannot
time.
wait to do crimes.
Yeah, man. Oh boy. So that's
Oh, man.
oh, hello. Am I frozen? Am
What
I
happened?
okay?
I can't hear you now. Oh, I think Discord. I
Are
think
we
everybody else
good?
can hear you,
Okay.
but it's
I
Discord
can't
that
hear you
broke.
for some reason. Hang on 1 second.
Weird. All right, I'm gonna put you in charge of the stream while I try and fix why I can't hear you. Just a second.
Oh, I lost you there for some reason.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're back. I couldn't hear you
Yeah.
there either, but now we're back.
Yeah, my Discord kind of just like meh.
Okay, that's what it was.
Didn't want to work anymore. But man, how was that?
Ah, dude, that was a lot of games,
Right?
and I'm so happy. I could not be happier, man. This was a heck of a showcase that you and I just put on.
Yeah.
It was just
I
all
think the
us.
jacket really helps.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, how else are the people gonna know that they need to hype responsibly, and that they're watching HitPoint,
Yeah.
right?
But man, so what do y'all think, man? If there are any games, first of all, if there are any games that you guys see that are interesting, or if you just want to see more of it, be sure to go to Steam, wish list the games, and maybe find them on Twitter and just stalk them and just tell them that hey, I found out about your game from HitPoint.
Man, there were so many games that just looked incredible.
Mhm.
Kingdoms of
Yeah.
the Dump, I think, was like a big one for me. And Cairn, that also looks so cool. Mm. Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
There's so many good ones, man. Okay, I gotta figure out which ones it was that I liked the most. I mean, of course there was the Hunter x Hunter fighting game, but but it's not an RPG. And I can't like non-RPGs.
You're not allowed to.
Castaway.
Not legal.
Castaway, that was really awesome. I really liked the look of that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Nights in Tight Spaces.
There were a lot of great ones. You guys already know that I'm super into like Quartet and My Familiar. That's goes
Of
without
course.
saying. Afterlove EP looked really good. What is it called? The Beloved Rapture looks really cool. I would love to see more of that.
Sacrifire, I think, looked really.
Sacrifire.
Yeah. Go play that demo and give them some feedback for sure. That
I
looks.
need to see more Among the Stars because like I really liked Indivisible. I think
Oh.
What is Indivisible? I forgot. There was this Kickstarter game from some time ago that wanted to do kind of like a Valkyrie profile sort of like game, but it's very similar kind of gameplay and style where you have like a 2D, uh, you know,
Yeah.
platform kind of like traversal, but then when you get into the battle, you press the different buttons like Valkyrie profile and you initiate attacks based on what
Yeah.
button you press. Yeah, so it looked similar to that. But yeah, childlike,
Metaphor.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
metaphor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Metaphor was another one.
Metaphor is great.
What was that one that was kind of like with the graffiti? Oh,
Um, uh, Rakugaki.
Rakugaki. That's the
Yes,
one. Yeah.
Rakugaki. That there's there's just so
I
many
know
great
it's
games.
so
I
much.
don't know. Yeah, I have to go back and like mark them down myself. There are so many games. And of course there are more games that were, also really good from all these showcase. Again, like we showed like 657 of them, but there had to be hundreds of games,
Oh my gosh.
couple hundreds of games that were showcased over the week. And there's just, it's not possible to play through them. It's just not. You can play them one a day and you're still not going to play through them. It's just that's just
I
how
know.
crazy it is. So I
It's
think
it's such
the
a good problem for players to have,
Mhm.
but man, that's got to be so competitive to be an indie developer at this
Oh
point.
yeah. Well, like, and maybe that's sort of the takeaway that I'm seeing is that the pie is growing. So it's not like you have a finite amount of people playing games and you have to compete against them, but like there are more and more people playing games all the time. The pie is growing, the market's growing, the barrier entry is, lowering. The
Mhm.
people's expectations are not rising at the same pace. That is to say, like, for example, like we were just talking about this, right? Like people aren't necessarily looking to see like how many hair follicles they can fit in a square inch, right? Like they
Exactly.
don't care.
Like
So yeah, and aesthetics is one of those things where it's either you can build it in or you can't. Like you don't need expensive technology to build great aesthetics. You just need, well, great aesthetic sense to put something together. And as we've seen, all these games they have great aesthetics. So, as long as you're willing to put your time into it, and a lot of these people are, they can make some great works. So expect to see a lot of like high quality indies. This is technology to make
oh man.
these get easier to acquire and develop skills for. There are more people who knows how to do a thing.
Yeah.
There are more funding in the space because the market's growing.
It's crazy how
Um,
excited I am for some of those
mhm.
like I mean, I love the pixel arts, but to like see some of those like PlayStation 1 era early like polygon ones coming through,
Mhm.
I'm like, "Oh man." I love that
Hey,
this is
man.
becoming accessible to people and
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see like of course, like I don't want to like usher in another era of like a switch to polygon graphics again. Like that's
Mhm. Oh.
I but I'm happy to see the variety and
Yeah.
I think it's going to be nice. It's going
Well,
to be really nice.
when done right, they if you use it for effect, I think it's great. If you do it just to say that you're retro, then you've lost me, right?
Yeah.
And I think the games that we've seen today demonstrate that they are in fact done for purpose, and that's really nice. Yeah, Expedition 33 looks amazing. Wander Stars look really fun. So many great games. But yeah, the big takeaway for me, honestly, and I want to hear what you kind of takeaway you might have, Derek, too. But the big takeaway for me is this is just I knew this before, but man, just seeing all the games from different parts of the world,
I know.
and they are this is a sample. This is just a sample of games that
Yeah.
I've selected. There are so many more, and they're from all kinds of different studio in Europe, in Latin America, in Africa, in South Asia, like Indonesia, India. Like it's not just the old playground. Is you have three. You have America, you have Europe,
Oh man.
probably France, and you have Japan. That's it. They're the dominant player. No one else really makes game. And anyone else who makes games are like, quote unquote trash wares on Steam. They're just like nothing. You'll never play them. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
That's just not the case anymore. You will probably play these games, and if I didn't tell you where they're from, you might not even ever know. You know?
Yeah,
So,
certainly
and
not.
that's the crazy part. So, I'm excited. What about you, sir? What's your like big takeaway from all these?
My main takeaway is that man, the time left after retirement is going to be way too short because dude, like I got to start playing games like 3-4 decades ago to catch up with what I got on my backlog today. And it's
Mhm.
just ever expanding. And the rate of these games coming out that are incredibly exciting to me
Mhm.
is it's huge. And this is it's wild to me that it's so hard to sometimes find some of these guys doing their thing because I explicitly not very long ago went and did some like research on just Twitter trying to find indie pixel art RPGs and other indie RPGs that I'd be excited by, and I found a good many, and
Mhm.
and a lot of those aren't even here. Like there's just so many that like you can go looking for them. You can go looking and never find them, you know? It's like the vastness of space. Like you could throw a stone in any direction and just like, you know,
You'll hit some.
yeah, it's wild. And yeah, like you said, the barriers for like creating higher tier RPGs or more complex RPGs coming down and
Mhm.
bringing competition to the AAA studios who are in turn focusing on like it seems like they're not all just trying to push the envelope anymore necessarily
Mhm.
graphically. So like it's this kind of race to the middle, and I'm kind of excited to see where that goes. And soon you're gonna have indie studios competing directly against, you know, big AAA studios. And I wonder what like how is this going to affect the whole market as a whole? It's wild to think about. Um, as everybody kind of races to find where they belong in this new, you know, amalgamation of different,
Mhm.
you know, developer stages and abilities, and I hope that this means that what we're gonna find is just the most imaginative and creative forces will like rise to the top and bring in people. I'm looking forward to the return of like the RPG creator superstar.
Mhm.
You know, because like let's be real, like Yuji Horii and Sugiyama Koichi Sugiyama. Am I thinking right? Anyways, no, not them, not Sugiyama. Who was the from Final Fantasy, the creator of that?
Mm,
Sakaguchi.
Sakaguchi, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So like we, it's been a while since we had like the RPG creator superstar.
Mhm.
You know, like a new one. It seems like, and I mean, I guess Yoshi P might be starting to kind of fill into that role, but like
Mhm.
there's so much room for more like you know superstar creators within the space, and I think that the indie scene is gonna like have I think it's only going to be a matter of time before we have like another Toby Fox kind of indie developer superstar arise
Yes.
and start being like heavily like watched and you know where people will start following creators instead of big companies. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's a whole lot of just like word soup that I just threw out there, and I
Mhm.
hope that y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. But it's exciting. It is exciting because I can't wait to be a fan of more developers and more creators.
Mhm. No, I think you're onto something, and because I mean, if you look at other content creations space, like you're seeing like the Mr. Beast versus like a Netflix kind of deal,
Mr.
like
Beast versus the Super Bowl, dude.
yeah, Mr. Beast versus Super Bowl. But like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're content creators with their own following.
Yeah.
They're not like a giant corporation, sure, but when it comes to like view review, like they're not necessarily losing out. They have different kinds of ROI, but they also have a lot less cost, involved. So it kind of equals out somewhat in the end. I just feel like you're gonna get into a situation where you have a lot of these like old giants and a lot of new like incumbents that are
Mm-hmm.
just a lot more agile. They're able to push the envelopes, and their return on investment is going to be about the same. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna make a lot less money, but they're also gonna cost a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's kind of what it is. These big companies run like pay within margin because they're so like bulky. They have
Yeah.
these like huge departments that they have to feed and a bunch of people that they have
So
to
much
take
overhead.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of overhead. And they create crazy cool big productions, and they definitely sell way more copies worldwide. But once you're done with all the cost, what's left over for every person? Not a whole lot more than your indie studio. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So why not grab a little, bigger piece of the pie by going indie, right?
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna see some really awesome stuff here soon. I mean, we already are. Let's be
Yeah,
real. We are.
this is just kind of the beginning. Like post pandemic, maybe it's because of the pandemic. A lot of people like took some time and like really honed their skills instead of going out, and then they're like, "Oh, let me show you what we've been working on for the
A lot
past
of
couple of
a
years."
lot of people been grinding rats in the first starting cave, and now they're coming out buff.
Basically, right? All right. Do you want to read some super chats, man?
Let's do it. We
Let's
got
do
this
it.
one from Still Alive, who says, "Fun question. If you guys were just random NPCs in an RPG, what info would you convey to the hero if they decided to talk to you?"
I have no more dialogues.
Um,
Leave me alone.
Mine would absolutely be one of those like fourth wall breaking, like, "Oh, I'm playing this game called whatever because it's the game," and I'm like, I would definitely be playing the game that I'm in, kind of like how if you talk to the sergeant in Earthbound, if you go talk to him after you've defeated him, he'll say like, "I'm playing Earthbound right now. It's really tough." That's what I would be doing. I'd be that guy, just breaking fourth walls, and because I would also be playing that game, obviously. Let's see. Next up,
You
we
know
got.
those like
Oh, go
old,
ahead.
sorry, you know those like old games back then where you have like the dev room that you can go into, you can talk to developers.
Yes,
It's kind of like that.
kind of like that, like the little developer like outside the developer room, who's like, it'd be like the Deadpool character who knows who knows that they're in a comic book. Yeah, I think that would be so much fun.
Yep.
But you'd go with the "I have no more dialogues."
Yeah, it's just like, please leave me alone. I have no more dialogues. Like that's kind of breaking the fourth wall too, because it's really implying that
Yeah.
they're playing the games. Like, just please,
Don't
I
you?
have nothing else for you.
I'd be the person at the minigame counter who'd be like judging you very like intently for like not saving the world.
What are you doing here?
Poker again, dude. The
Again?
sky is literally falling.
There's a meteor, and I can see it. It's right there. You're supposed to stop it.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, next up we got this one from bro dude man bro, who says, "I love you, Baku."
Hey, love you too, bro. Thank you.
Anthony H says, "Oh my, I love video games. What a time to be alive."
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, maybe
Oh
that
my
would be
God,
my
yes.
maybe that would be my dialogue in a video game too. I don't
What a
know.
time to be alive.
Yeah, exactly. And then Anthony joined the members, so thank you so much.
Hey, welcome.
Fluffy Dogs comes in and says, "I can't do it, Baku. I cannot hype or spend responsibly. With all these JRPGs coming out, you win this round. Jokes aside, I appreciate you both." Well, thank you,
Thank you
Fluffy.
so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you too. And then they say, "I take it back. You've pushed my hype too far, Baku. Derek, distract me from purchases. How were the wings? How much for the for your Sega CD? Oh gosh."
I mean, you can't even buy half of these yet, but you know what you can do is go and wish list them. which I highly recommend everyone doing. Wish list all the games that intrigued you today.
That's true. Fluffy is asking because I was streaming more Lufia 2 yesterday,
Mhm.
and I was about to head out to an event called Wing Wars
Wing
locally
Wars?
here in town, and yeah, and so there was some stiff competition. 11 different restaurants and services brought out their wings, and we got to go try them all. I went with this. It was actually not even a restaurant in town. It was a catering service, believe it or not, that was in town. But they do a lot of like smoked barbecue kind of catering, and they had these really good smoked wings, these smoked hot wings. They were the spiciest ones there, but that's not why I picked them. They also were like smoked over like red oak, and it just had this very distinctive flavor. There were some other really good ones. There was another that was kind of like a teriyaki based sort of hot wing, but
Ooh, that sounds good. What?
it was pretty good. It was a little bit mild for my tastes though. If they had maybe gone a little heavier with the sauce, like a little heavier with like it needed a little bit more soy flavor, I think. And maybe a little bit more heat. It was just a little too sweet for for my tastes.
Should've told
But
'em.
yeah, well, I mean, they didn't get my winner ticket. That went, that went to somebody else. But that was fun. And as far as my Sega CD, it's not for sale.
Keep asking.
Let's see. Fluffy then says, any chance of Quartet coming physically to consoles? Take my money. Yeah, I think that there's a really good chance for that. Just because Something Classic has released, they have released games physically for Nintendo Switch before. The Shadows of Adam actually got a really nice collector's edition.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like released for Switch in a sort of a Super Nintendo style box. It was really nice.
Should ask them next time I see them. Be like, hey, where's the physical release?
Yeah, maybe they should be the ones publishing for Crimson Chained Echoes.
Chain Echoes.
Just
we would have gotten the game by now.
Just because First Press is taking their time,
Oh, jeez. Now I want to go look to see what's going on with them again.
Part of me wants to go like do an investigative report on these guys, because like I have heard from so many people that like are waiting on games that are supposed to be released on like the Vita. Like, dude, they're not making
Vita?
Yeah, people are waiting on them to release Vita games that they pre-ordered. Yeah, I don't think that's happening, and I don't think they've issued refunds. So, yeah, part of me wants to dive into that. The other part of me just wants to send it off to CoffeeZilla so he can do it.
I see Chain Echo still says Q2 2024. Q2, by the way, is going to end very soon. Q2
Well,
ends this month.
That's funny. Normally they would issue a different kind of a date, as they get closer to a release date. Fluffy also says new brain fund initiated. So thank you for the new brain fund.
Hey, thank you.
That'll come in handy after Baku's brain got fried by watching 13 different showcases.
It's very tiring. I was like, oh my god, stop talking and show me the games. Stop talking, just show me the games.
So we're gonna have also they ask about if we're gonna have a list of the games in the video description, and I think we will.
Yes, we will. We will.
And I think we'll have timestamps eventually if our Lord and Savior Freddy saves us.
Freddy says he's gonna do it like next week, like this coming week at some point. So
Okay,
I was talking to him earlier. He's like, yeah, it's gonna. I told him how many games there are, and he freaked out. He said timestamp is gonna take a little bit, so calm down, guys. Okay, timestamp will be here. It's just gonna take a little while.
Yeah, but at least we'll have a list of the games in probably order of release, order of appearance.
Yes.
Hopefully that'll lighten the load a
I'll
little bit.
get that out tonight, so it'll be pretty quick. Yeah.
And then finally, To counter the closure aperture to counter the closing aperture of barrier to entry costs, I bought a Genesis Model 1 during the show. I welcome your game recommendations you have.
Genesis Model 1.
Genesis. Yep. It's a
Genesis.
solid model. So for Genesis, ooh, all right. One of them is going to
Phantasy
be,
Star?
I would say, I liked Crusader of Senti, but that's expensive. So you'd be better off getting yourself a flash cartridge. And then, let's see, Landstalker is a really, really awesome precursor to Alundra, in that it is like an isometric platformer. It's made by a lot of the same people. Highly recommend that. Oh man, like other Genesis games, Shining Force is a solid entry level tactics based RPG, and there's two of them, Shining Force 1 and 2. What else is there? Ooh, there's Pure Solar. Yes, Pure Solar also takes advantage of the Sega Genesis and the 32X attachment if you get it, but it's very limited. You don't need it. Don't get a 32X just for that. As a matter of fact, just don't get a 32X.
Period.
It's really not worth it. Tempo is great, but you don't need it. Knuckles Chaotix it's okay.
Very extra.
I don't know. Someone's gonna be very disappointed that I'm not loving the 32X, but
It's just expensive, man. Like,
yeah, it adds up. What else is there out there? Oh man, what's the? There's like an Arabian Nights one. What's that called?
Arabian Nights.
Yeah, it's an action RPG. It's on my shelf, but I don't know where my Genesis games are on it.
You should go look for it.
Yeah, maybe I should. Okay,
while Derek go looks for it.
Okay, yeah. You handle the stream.
I'm going to be right here. And hello, hi.
Oh yeah. It's Beyond Oasis.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then also get like the Phantasy Star games. Like there's a lot of really good ones, but I wouldn't. If you could do the flash cartridge and save yourself tons of money, that would be awesome.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds like the way to go.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah, there's a lot of really good ones, but if you're also in the Sega CD market, then Vi, all the Working Designs titles, really good stuff.
Should go for it. Spend that money. I mean, it's a collection. It's a collector item at this point. So it's going to be, at this point, they may very well just appreciate over time.
Oh, you would hope so. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
We could be at the top of a bubble. I hope not, though.
We'll just build another bubble.
Well, no,
It's
I hope.
fine.
I do. Sometimes I do hope that the bubble pops, but
So
then
that you can buy some of those items.
yeah,
some of those
which
games.
is exactly why it's probably not going to.
Hmm.
Because I feel like the market will support these prices for now.
Okay.
Because like, man, like if the original Lunar dropped down to like $50, oh, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. And that doesn't happen in a bubble.
No, it does not.
So
I feel like I have the Lunar game for PSP.
Oh, PSP, yeah. I have that one too, and I have it for PlayStation 1 also. It's the Sega CD versions that I don't. Luckily, though, Sega CD does also play burned games.
Oh, well.
So, do with that information as you will. But I do believe that about covers it for for all the super chats.
Yes.
So, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. It has been a pleasure. Baku, get yourself some sleep, rest up, unfry the brain, and we will be back to a normal episode next weekend, and we'll catch up then. Until then,
that's right.
Until then, Have a great night, everybody.
See ya.
Ba-da-ba.